thank you so much. I want to welcome you from Tales of the Trails. I want to just start off with talking about what company you work for and what your role is in that company.
Yeah, thanks, Kat. Currently a solution architect over at Salesforce, or as we call it, the mothership. I work in professional services, which is our delivery branch of a customer success group.
Awesome. Okay, so for those of our audience that doesn't know what Salesforce is, what is Salesforce?
That's a great question. It really depends on who you ask. Some would say it's a tool that can do anything. To give you the elevator pitch, it's a platform and customer relationship management system in which some of the largest customers in the world run their business, right? When someone asks me or don't exactly know what Salesforce is, I always like to say it's like, hey, you have a phone? And typically they say yes. And I'll say if you have T-Mobile, AT&T, Verizon, odds are you're at some point being touched by Salesforce when you're calling, someone's logging your case or your ticket on Salesforce. That's the best way to describe it.
Awesome. Thank you for explaining that for us. So what are some of your main responsibilities in your role currently at Salesforce?
Yeah, currently a lot of my responsibilities focus around making sure that our customers are successful with their implementations, anything around solution design, making sure that we're scoping the right design and solutions for our customers, and then helping with the delivery of that. What that looks like is typically a customer will buy Salesforce, right? And very similar to partners, we help with the delivery or with what we call advisory or assurance services, where we tell clients or partners, hey, this is what needs to be happening in order for things to go successful. So that's my role. We advise and then we help with delivery. That would be what I would describe it to in three parts.
Awesome. So you really have to learn your clients' businesses and really consult through the whole process of setting up their CRM. Is that right? Is that what I'm understanding?
Correct. And most of us have a specialty, whether it's in specific industry or specific product. For me, it's centered around commerce and configure price quote and billing tools, and currently around manufacturing, but it can be around any industry or any other type of product as well.
Gotcha. So do you have any interesting products that you're working on right now that you can share with us?
Yeah, so there's a few things that I worked on from the commerce side, right? For our product, it's called Commerce Cloud. And right now, as we look forward, there's a lot of customers want the experience of having AI, or in our case, Einstein GPT, giving them suggestions, helping them learn what they need, down to the point of telling customers what they would want, right? And that's all possible through Commerce Cloud. And then additionally, talking about interesting products is Data Cloud, right? So Data Cloud acts very much as a data aggregator, making it easy for businesses and for customers to have a seamless customer experience. I can elaborate that more, but that's what it does.
Awesome. So what really sets Salesforce apart from other CRM companies?
To me, really, it's the people, right? And the culture. I know that sounds very cliche, but really the people are what make it, right? The partners such as Banjax, down to my fellow employees, right? Or just anybody that gets on Trailhead, which is our learning management system, or what we call Trailblazers. It's a fun and exciting world to be a part of, right? Showing somebody how to create a report or create a field or an object is very easy.
Nice. So you went into a little bit of the ecosystem and the Salesforce and how it's like a community, but what is it like specifically at Salesforce proper? Like what values are important to the company and what does that culture look like there?
Yeah, so when we think of values, at least to me and to the rest of my peers, is trust. That's the number one value, right? If you hear our CEO, Mark Benioff, talk about it, trust is the most important thing. And that's making sure that we not only build, but keep the trust that our customers have in us, as well as our fellow employees and our partners. And everyone's like, well, what does that look like? To us, it looks like transparency. It looks like inclusion. It looks like just selling what we deliver and delivering what we sell, right? Managing expectations. That's what I would say is the value that drives us the most, trust.
Awesome. I love that. So what made you get started in this ecosystem? It's just something that I personally was thrown into. So I got to hear, where were you before this? Yeah, what brought you to Salesforce?
When I first left the military in 2019, I originally joined Oracle NetSuite, which is a great place to work at and very fun and exciting. But I was looking for something of a little bit different, more challenging in a EQ type of way, right? More around managing relationships. And I had a good friend mention, hey, you should come over to Salesforce. At first, I wasn't too enthused, but I drank the Kool-Aid and I ended up joining, right, with his help. So that's how it was. It was very much the way companies have an accidental admin. For me, it was an accidental interview at Salesforce and subsequently and luckily obtaining the role.
Awesome. So I know that you've been doing more with Salesforce other than just working directly for Salesforce. You've got some certifications behind you, if I'm not mistaken. So can you tell us how many certifications you actually have from Salesforce?
Yeah, so I have 32 Salesforce certifications.
32 certifications, Carlos. When do you have time?
I usually spend my time studying, right? Sometimes it would be at the airport, sometimes it would be at the most random places like bars or at the restroom. Just anywhere I had a chance to study, I would be on Trailhead, either on my phone or on my computer. Additionally, a lot of the times it was just about working with other people and helping them achieve their goals. If someone came to me and said, hey, I want to learn Tableau, I was willing to jump in and study with them.